Okay, Cooper Webb, Tampa. In some ways, I feel like tonight was your best riding of the season, but in other ways, I could understand you being disappointed because I feel like a win was possible. So, what side of the coin do you fall on?
Yeah, the second option. Like, I did ride good all day. I rode good. You know, I qualified second. I won my heat race. Even rode good in the main. Just like you said, at one point I had actually passed Malcolm, and then he got me back, and he won the race, right? So, you look at that. At least I look at that and go, okay, I was capable of winning the race, and I didn't execute. With that being said, he was a madman in the whoops, and that's what won him the race, right? So, yeah, you know, lappers were tough tonight. Me and Kenny got held up pretty bad by those guys and kind of lost the toe. So that was unfortunate. But yeah, I think it was going to be a P3 night, and obviously Chase had that mistake, and that helped us out a lot. So I'm happy. Like I said, when you look at the grand scheme of things, it was a great night overall. My riding was good. As the day went on, it was really good. And, you know, if I wouldn't have jacked up my start, I would have been right there in the mix. So, yeah, it's a good night.
What was going on with lappers? It's not like the lap time was really short, but I don't know if I've ever seen a bad backmarker situation like that.
I don't know, man. It was, like you said, it was wild. And in bunches, you know. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, like you said, it's the age-old question, right? They're battling for their positions, and they deserve to be, and fighting for their money and rights in racing. So, you know, there just needs to be something, or we're going to have nights like tonight where championships can be dictated, right? Like with Kenny's situation, it's just unacceptable, in my opinion.
Do you have any idea what you can do to make your starts more consistent?
Yeah, I spun. I mean, I saw it. I always know Tampa, the Boister comes out at night, and I even did it on my sight lap. I kind of knew it was coming and didn't execute it. I jumped out great and just got some wheel spin, and it was over. I had a better start. I was actually right with Chase going into the first turn, and then I got bumped. So that put me a little further back than I anticipated. But it's a hairy first turn when it's a right-hander tight like that. There's a lot of carnage that goes on. So I'm not panicking. My starts were fine last week. They were good all night tonight besides the main. And even there, it was a small mistake. You know, nothing like, I don't know the right word, but like that I'm doing wrong, right? You spin. Like the conditions change. So just got to make those adjustments.
And last question, you were skimming the whoops pretty good early on in the main. What was the point where you decided to go to jumping? Like, what caused that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they got so sketchy, in my opinion. Even talking to Jason, he's like, dude, I was jumping at one point, and he's like, I haven't jumped a set of whoops in 10 years. They were gnarly. Like, I'd have to go watch the race. The fact that Malcolm was hitting him as good as he was insane. So, yeah, I mean, I was skimming as long as I could, and then I just kind of got to a point where I'm like, hey, I had a moment in him, and I just kind of was like, hey, we're going to get a jump line going, and that's not as fast, but it's going to get me to the end, right? So, yeah.